So welcome back in. It's now leg two of the League Two playoffs. I'll tell you what, did the first two games go as you thought they would? If they did, tell me down below what went right for you. And also tell me what you think about the next two games, how they're going to go, and who out of these 4 teams is going to Wembley. Tell me what you think. Hello, welcome in. I'll tell you what, if you're Crawley, if you're MK Dons, if you're CREWE, if you're Doncaster Rovers, down below. Join in with us. And you know what? We're going to the final. So we're talking about your team in the final because you know you want your team to get there. So that's what we got on board. We got a stats reel with opinion and 2 highlights. Yes, highlights from the last game. So if you didn't catch the highlights, you're going to see them here very soon. 2 minutes 50 long. And then after that, I'll join you on camera. And as per usual, remember, pay for your ticket. If you're a first timer, you don't know what I mean. But the family know what I mean. That means, please, like the video because it helps us send good messages to YouTube. And let's face it, YouTube make us grow with your help. So do us a favor, pay for your ticket, like the video, and hey, while you're here, you might as well subscribe to this family because it is growing pretty quick. And we got top people, and you can say what you like, and nothing gets wiped, okay? You keep it nice, you can say whatever you like. So let's get straight into the stats reel with opinion and 2 times highlights. I'll see you on the other side with a summary and to finish a prediction of where we're going and who's going to be the finalists. Also, we've got a funny story to finish. You don't want to miss this one. I've got the evidence. I've got the culprits. And I'll tell you what, we'll be bringing a funny story of what you do not, never, ever, you don't ever want to sing this or do that or say that or act like this way. There's certain things in football you just don't do. We'll get to that at the end of the show. You will have a laugh because I'm still chuckling about it to this day. And it happened a couple of weeks ago at a football match. So get into the stats, the news, the opinion, and the 2 times highlights. Right now, I'll see you in 250 and we'll start crunching through this. Welcome in. Remember, pay for your ticket. Come on, drop a comment down below. Here we go. So after one game, that's what it looks like for both teams. MK Dons 3 goals down to Crawley, and Doncaster 2 goals up on CREWE. And that's after one game. Don't forget, down at Wembley, it doesn't get bigger than this, and it all ends here. Yes. Get you ready for the 19th. But hey, sticking with this. Talking about both sets of teams. First of all, you've got to say, next game coming up is at Stadium MK. 3 goals down. We're going to talk about that very soon. But in the last game, I did say that Crawley were my team to quite possibly take a 2-1 win. Well, win they did. I got that part right. But the score, 3-0. You didn't see that coming. I tell you, Crawley fans out there, big up to you. Love you. And even the guys that got in touch with the show, it looks like you got a good shot here, but 3 goals up was absolutely magnificent. And I tell you, I hope you enjoyed that one because I'm sure you probably did. But down for game 2, we'll be talking about that very shortly, exactly what's going to happen. But on the other side of things, Doncaster Rovers, that's where the next game comes off. And CREWE ALEXANDRA. Remember last game I said Doncaster Rovers would win 2-1. Well, they didn't win 2-1. They won 2-0. So pretty close with that one. So there you go. I'm 2 for 2 on the wins, guys. Just stay with me with that and enjoy it as I have a little chuckle myself. Because you know what? I'll probably quote these next 2 games and get them wrong. But I'll be quoting them on camera. So wait for that. But the second leg at Doncaster is going to be very, very interesting. And if you didn't remember how it finished at the end of the season, take a look at that. That's the complete top 10. And you can actually see now how MK Dons is taken on with Crawley, that it looks like Crawley might well be taking out 4th placed MK Dons, who finished a full 8 points ahead. And between Doncaster Rovers and CREWE, it's still very tight. But yeah, well, I'll be telling you what I think about these two as we get through. So moving forward, that's what we got to get through. And I've also got a prediction on who will be the finalists coming up. Get ready for that very shortly. So don't forget, we've got a funny story still coming, and I'll tell you what, it's worthwhile sticking around. If nothing else entertains you with this one, go straight to the end and get to the funny story, because that is a story that you probably never, ever have heard. You probably never will hear again, and it's original. And I know it's original because I was there, and you will have a laugh at it because, like I say, a gentleman by the name of Kyle get to know Kyle in that story and what exactly Kyle did. He wasn't the culprit, but he turned into a culprit. We'll tell you who other culprits were involved as well and what it all sort of meant. But staying with this game, all four sets of fans are now, well, let's put it this way. There's two sets of fans biting their nails right off. There's two sets of fans just getting their nails filed because telling you what, looking at it this way, CRAWLEY, 3 goals up. It's not impossible at MK Dons. It is not impossible for them to turn this around. If they had the form that they had earlier in the season, this would be possible. But they don't have that form. And they haven't had that form in Xeons. And Dons fans know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So you can't really see them turning it around. You can't. I mean, CRAWLEY are out by leaps and miles. And you saw the goals earlier. The third one, the deflected goal, well, that just shows you the measure of it was going against them all the way in that game. MK Dons were not having the luck. They got close a couple of times, but nothing. And I tell you what, that's exactly what I said a couple of seconds ago. MK Dons, the form has been rotten for too long. You can't get it back on. You can't just switch it on and off, and they cannot switch it on and off. It's off. And Crawley Town, I tell you what, they look like they can go to MK Dons, possibly get a draw, play out a draw. They don't need to win. Obviously don't need to win. But keep it so it's a result for you, a draw or a win. And you're going to Wembley. It's that simple. Don't get scored on, you go to Wembley. Get scored on once, you go to Wembley. Score once, you're pretty much going to Wembley. So it looks like you're going to go to Wembley. So get that result done. And as we had a comment down below earlier from the last show, CRAWLEY fan, he actually said, we are better away from home than we are at home. Let's see that rule run through. Let's see that come true as well. Because I'll tell you what, you got to say, for my money, I'm looking for CRAWLEY at the moment. But MK Dons, don't write them off because a goal early, a goal before half-time, it's 2-3 aggregate. You never know. You never know. It could be one of them days. But I just don't see it. Now, on the other hand, CREWE ALEXANDRA taking on Donny. I said before, well, you saw in the stats reel, both teams, I kind of like picked the wins, not the score exactly. Close with Doncaster. But CRAWLEY and MK Dons, to me, I think CRAWLEY gets a result here to get them through to Wembley. If they don't, something went drastically wrong. Don't ride on your laurels. Keep marching strong. You got a foot in the final. You just got to finish the job, will you? Down below, CRAWLEY fans, tell me what you're thinking. And hey, MK Dons fans, what are you thinking where you are right now? Why has it gone so bad? And have you got a hope? Now, other side, CREWE ALEXANDRA taking on Doncaster Rovers. This was exactly what we were looking at. Doncaster over on magical form. Wins. I said it was 8 wins out of 10 with 2 draws. We'll take 9 wins and 2 draws out of 11 per se. Expect another win. Expect another win. This freight train ain't stopping anytime soon. Doncaster, to me, unstoppable. I know it's only 2 goals, and I know miracles can happen. But CREWE ALEXANDRA, I tell you what, I don't see them turning this around. I really don't. I didn't see anything commanding in that performance, but I saw them being dominated in many different ways, not just on the physical, not just on the play, but up here as well. They were getting out thought across the field. Just saying. So next time in this game, Doncaster Rovers, Eco Power Stadium, I'm looking for 2-0 straight away. So I'm saying this much. I'm looking for Donny to take this win. If you're looking for the finalists, here's the prediction image. Take a look at this. This is exactly what I'm saying. If you don't agree with me, down below, let me know. Pay for your ticket, like the video, join the family. Come on. The X-Men do not go to Wembley. I'm saying it's CRAWLEY and I'm saying it's Doncaster Rovers. Let's see egg on my face after this, but at least I'm putting it out there. What about you? What about you? Come on. Who do you think is going to the final? I mean, you must have a thought. Anyway, I'm coming back on camera and we'll start going through that as well. But, yeah, the X-Men not going to Wembley. So now you know what I'm thinking, which way it's going. There's a little bit of input for you, a little bit of fun. More fun right now is to close down. We've got a funny story. The funny story was I attended a Cavalry FC game in the Canadian Premier League like I normally do. Like you know, like if you've been following the show, you know that I go to Cavalry FC games every time they play. Used to be in the media all the time. Now I go as a fan. Do you know why? I'll tell you that story. If you want to know that story, why I stopped doing the media work for Cavalry FC, I'll tell you that story. But I'm not just going to throw it out there. But I go there as a fan from this season moving on. After the second game of the season, I flipped to becoming a fan just on that venue. I still do the media work everywhere else. But there's a reason why I'm not going to be in that media or around it. Anyway, being a fan, you get way more fun. And I really have a lot of fun at the game. I totally do. I totally do. So at the last game, per se, I'm standing there with the mates, and I'm surrounded by a load of mates in the crowd, yeah, and we're all singing and having a great time, yada, yada. And then the other team gets a corner, and I'm standing there, and I don't know what went through my head, but I'm like, straight away, I'm like, you'll never, when you sing, you'll never score, 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 and then they score, and then you start to sing, oh, they just scored, oh, they just scored, oh, they just scored, oh, they just scored, oh, they just scored. And I tell you what, Kyle, you and me, we were the laughing stock, but people laughed their asses off with us in a good way because we eventually won 3-1. And it was 3-0 when we sang it. So there you go. That's the funny story. Here's the jacket to prove that it is me in the crowd and my little mouth going, oh, just like Kyle. There you go. So foot soldiers and a mighty 109, respectively. Yes. And it's all stitched on. 2 scarves. Tell me what you think about this. Come on, tell me what you think about this. This. Tell me what you think down below. Don't sing You'll Never Score, because it might just happen. Might just happen. And definitely don't sing it at the playoff final. Oh, my life. Never, ever, ever. But for now, let's play for pre-game. You know what I'm thinking, who's going where? If you hate my guts for saying the truth, tell me why. Because I've got 2 out of 2 right. I only need another one to give it a 75% marker. And if I get the next 2 games right, hey, boom, it's pretty good. You got the X-Men, so you know who I'm saying is taking these games. Anyway, enjoy it. Bite your nails off. Either sets of fans, get ready for Wembley. Either sets of 4 teams, because it's still possible, right? No one's been written off yet. Yes, 2 terrible performances, but you've seen teams come back before. 2 goals is a dangerous lead. Yeah? Depends who's got those 2 goals, I'd say. 3 goals, that's not a dangerous lead. That's a commanding foot. That's 1 foot in the final. So have it, enjoy it, get with it, love it, and enjoy the stress that it brings. Because I tell you, you know the stress it brings. People overseas don't exactly know that because they don't live through the relegation and the promotion system, because a lot of leagues just stay as they are, especially North America. So you'll live in something that most people don't get to live. So really, enjoy it. Let your heart rate go up. Get ready for a place at Wembley, because your team could be on the way. And like I say, pay for your ticket, like the video, join the family, come back for more. We got Copa America, the whole thing. June 20th, July 14th, that's coming. Rex Tour, that's coming. Canada Games, that's coming. Loads more stuff. But join the family. Okay, guys, this is a piece of swag I just picked up from Vancouver FC. And it's nice material, very soft. $15 for this piece, but fits pretty good. No problem. And it's like a plain back. But that's pretty neat. So that's another piece of swag I'm going to show you. Guys, have a great weekend. Get into the game. Get into the 2 games if you can, because I will be, and enjoy it. But there's no stress for me, because I get to enjoy it, because let's face it, the top 3 have already gone to League One. Let's see who's going to possibly join them on the way as we move towards the final. Enjoy it, guys. Get into it. Cheers.